Empty dreams can only disappoint in a room behind your smile. But don't give up, don't give up. You can be lucky in love. It gets in your eyes, it's making you cry. Don't know what to do, don't know what to do. Looking for love, calling heaven above. Send me an angel. Send me an angel right now.
Denver Broncos Mile High View, no commercials, and as always, no bullshit. If you'd have caught my draft beer special part 1, that intro would have made a little more sense to you. Send me a QB right now. So here we are. Round 2, 3 of the NFL draft. So, here I am talking about Dalton Risner. I can get excited about that. In the 3rd round, Dalton Risner is a really good pickup. A definitely needed tackle for the Denver Broncos who can play center. And actually, a guy with some nasty to him for a change. It's been long overdue on the offensive line, especially at the center position. And I'm also excited about the Broncos' 3rd round pick, DRE'MONT Jones, the defensive tackle. You can get excited about that pick too. That's a very good pick in the 3rd round. Really good 3rd round pick there. So 2 line picks there you can get excited about. What you can't get excited about was the fact that the Denver Broncos completely threw away a perfectly good pick when they could have picked up Greedy Williams. The thing about Greedy Williams is that, he doesn't like to, and the reason he fell as far as he did is he doesn't really like to tackle, like, on the run game and some things like that. But I can bring up a guy that was exactly like him and exactly like that, who's a Hall of Famer. I think he's wearing a yellow shirt, is Deion Sanders. He didn't like to tackle much either. But Greedy Williams clearly is the top cover corner, without a doubt. There's no doubt about that. He just lacks wanting to, make big. He's definitely not going to give you the safety Steve Atwater. But no, he's more like the. I could have got excited about that pickup too. Maybe Fangio doesn't like. Maybe Fangio doesn't like the fact that he's has that Deion Sanders. I don't really like to tackle on the run plays, and I can respect that. But Sanders, like Williams, Greedy Williams, I think Greedy Williams is going to be around for a long time, despite the shortcomings of the lack of wanting to tackle in the run game. Yeah. I have no idea why the Denver Broncos wasted a pick on Drew Lock. It makes absolutely no sense to bring in a guy that has, the one factor is the big arm, as Elway seems to fall in love with it. So I'm looking at how Greedy Williams his career is going to go, and how Drew Lock's career is going to go, because the Denver Broncos really needed a corner, and they could have got a stellar corner with Greedy Williams, but they screwed the pooch and drafted Drew Lock. Now, it would have blew a gasket if they did this in the 1st round. Drew Lock is a huge body of work, and I just don't think it's inside him. I just don't think it's inside him. If anybody wants to see the question marks with Drew Lock, I got the NFL.
Touching the money.
That's the NFL Net. I hate the NFL website. It's so. If they try to monetize this thing so much that, you know, ads pop out like they're going out of style, and it's like, shut up. I just came here to see some information. Anyway, so oh yeah, if you want to see you know, the negative aspects of Drew Lock, you only need to watch the highlight reel. Punch in the Auburn highlight reel against Missouri, and you'll see Drew Lock doing his best Paxton Lynch imitation of a deer in the headlights. You know, when he actually faces tough, when he has tough pressure, the guy melts. I mean, he literally just melts. That's the thing that I just don't think he has it in him. I don't think that's something you can coach. The other thing is he leaves. He has a lot of missed throws. So, and here's the biggest thing. The Broncos need a backup quarterback, one way or another. I'm not a big Josh Rosen believer either. But you know, they could have maybe went that route, which I just don't believe. I'm not a believer in him either. But they need a backup quarterback. Somebody that, because like I said in my last video, is Joe Flacco is probably going to go down, and I would hate to think that Drew Lock, Mr. Deer in the Headlights, Paxton Lynch 2.0, is going to be there. Maybe with the Drew Lock, though, I would have the feeling that I do think that one thing Paxton Lynch did have as an upside, he wasn't so sloppy with the ball, but this guy, I could see picks being thrown left and right. There's such a curve this guy, I mean, this is the thing. If somebody please explain to me why the Denver Broncos would even bring in basically a pocket quarterback. There's really no play action in this guy. And he struggles pretty much as a pocket quarterback. His rating is right around 50%, so he leaves a lot of wide open receivers out on the field, not getting thrown to, so or their missed throws or whatever, overthrows or whatever. He's just not a very high completion passer. And he's got a stronger arm than Brady, but Brady will chew him up for dinner in completion. And completion means you're converting third downs. So I just don't see how this guy's going to help if Joe Flacco goes out, even remotely. Again, why get a guy that you really have to spend time with? And here's the thing, too. We're back into the same problem that Daniel Snyder just created for their coaching staff. I was talking about the quarterback. They fall in love with these arms and these quarterbacks, but nobody even asks themselves the logical question, well, does he fit our system? I don't see Garoppolo with Drew Lock. And I don't see, I definitely don't see Matt Ryan with Drew Lock. I mean, two guys that can do both pocket quarterback play and play action. But what I do see is, I don't know, it's just a work in progress where we could have, or the Denver Broncos could have filled again a hole they needed to fill. Oh, you'll just get some cornerback. Well, and that's what you're going to get. You're just going to get some cornerback out there. That's, that's okay. And that's what, like the commercial says, is okay. But that's what you're going to get. Do you believe in converting third downs? Do you believe in points? Open fire on an open receiver. You can get lucky in the draft. Looking for QBs, calling Elway, please. Send me a QB right now.